Hey, how are you? Welcome to the Inder Bains show, episode 4. And I'm doing this show today during game 7 of Indiana versus Oklahoma City. We're watching it live right now. It just started. The second half just actually started, I should say. I didn't watch the first half. I'm just getting on right now. And I'm doing this today because you know what? The past few games, I was coming in later to talk about the game. Now I'm going to record this, do the episode 4, talk about a couple things, and also watch the game as it's going and share my feedback as these buckets are going down, or if they're not going down, defense are not playing right. I want to do a live thing here, a live little commentary, I guess. But hey, this is game 7. This is the final game of who will win. Right now, the score is at halftime, it was 48-47 Indiana. Just started at 11 minutes to 12 seconds. Oklahoma City has it's 49-48 at this time with Oklahoma driving with the ball. And yeah, let's start talking. This is going to be interesting watching this game. Um, so I couldn't tell you. Just looking at the stats, just looking at the numbers, I should say that. Wow, they just hit a 3 pointer. Oklahoma did. So that's 52-48, and the crowd's going nuts right now in Oklahoma, as everybody could expect that. Oh, 3 point back from Indiana, and guess who it is? Siakam. Siakam with the three, bringing it to 52-51. Looks like Siakam has 13 points, 4 for 8 from the field goal. So yeah, so basically, this is what we're doing here. Gonna watch the game, talk about as this game's going on. We'll talk about the game itself, a couple other things here and there, my observations of what I see. Um, but man, this can't get any better. Such a close game between two talented teams, and Oklahoma City being the youngest team to ever in a long time to reach the finals. So this is a great matchup here. Right now it's 54-51. Oklahoma just got was able to get another two in there. Oh, almost tied, but no, off the rim, 54-51 still going into the with 9 minutes and 36 seconds on the game. Wow, moving too fast, Indiana. They got plays. All right. So Oklahoma just stole the ball and scored. They're up by 5, 56-51. And Indiana has called a timeout. And I think it's the right call because they were kind of playing a little too loose as I was observing it right now. And some of you folks that are probably watching it, you'll probably say the same when you start seeing this. Um, wow. Still had a shot block, but still got it in. That's strength right there. But yeah, so it's the right call to call a timeout. Indiana needs to calm down just a little bit. They got to slow it down. They're just running up and back and forth, and they're going to tire themselves out completely. That's not the game you want to play. You don't want to keep running back and forth and trying to, um, you know, get on a loose end and get nervous because that's to me that shows a little weakness there, in the sense that when you play ball and you're losing right now by a couple points and you're trying to get the momentum back on your side. If you're going to just run back and forth, that actually, to me, the reason why I say it shows weakness is because you're trying to do everything you can to um to get the buckets and get points. What you're showing is that you're nervous. That's how I look at it. And I think the wise way is playing it is that take your game, take control of the game, have the game be play the game like you want it to be played. Don't give in to the crowd. You're on the road. Don't give in to the crowd. Don't give in to Oklahoma and your opponents, and really and honestly dictate the take the time with the ball, bringing it up the court, move the ball around as you would normally, and find those shots. Hitting those like again. I said this before too in one of the episodes. I'm not a guy that likes to go for this. I don't mind the threes. I love the threes, but I'm really I like to go inside and really hammer them, beat them up inside, really tear them up inside. Because once you start playing the inside, and you start getting them nervous because you can get the easy twos, the threes will always come. They always will. Um, when you start just going for the threes, I know this league has gone that way where they just want to go for the threes. I myself am really not for that. I do oppose that because when you're shooting the threes and you're missing them, the other team has the opportunity to run it back and go for the twos and just get an easy layup, get a dunk because they'll do it on the run. And when you're doing it on the run, you have some of your players down by under the net or close in the corners, you know, and they got to hustle all the way back. Some players can hustle back. Sometimes you can, and and that problem is you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to tire yourself out. You don't want to do that. That's not that's not the way you want to play the game. You really want to slow the tempo down and have the tempo of the game in your favor, the way you're comfortable, the way that it got you throughout this entire season, this playoffs, and got you to this level, to this point of the series. Um, Again, and it just came back on, and Indiana with a quick three and nothing, but at least looks like number 23 for the Pacers went for the rebound and still fought through it to get a two, but got fouled, which was good. That's what you want. You want to get in there, get the rebounds, try to go for the twos, and try to have OKC foul you and get them on the foul trouble. That's what you really want. If you're not doing that, you're giving them a better chance of winning. 56-51 with 8 minutes and 55 seconds to go in this game so far. Here's another foul called. It looks like it's on Holmgren, number 7 of the Thunder. And I'm just watching this play. Oh, okay, yeah, this is a total foul. Number 2 for the Pacers was going in all the way. That's a total foul, yeah. So, see, get those shots, and these are the key shots. And make sure, Indiana just has to make sure that they're hitting these free throws they're getting, um, that they're knocking them down. It's important that they knock them down. All right, let's see here. Now here's see OKC. Now here's on their end. They ran it all the way, and what do? They cut through, went all the way to the basket, and missed a shot. In Indiana, there you go. Indiana brought the ball back up, took their time, and they hit a three, and now it's tied 56-56. All right. Oh, another three from OKC. They just came back. SGA and that big three there, 59-56. Now you got to, again, here we go. Take your time. Take the time. And TJ McConnell's in. So who's a, senior guy, lost the ball there, but okay. McConnell had passed the ball, and it actually got stolen during his pass. And Indiana, and as OKC was driving in, Dart was looking to pass it over to Holmgren, and a foul was committed. So they've inbounded the ball basically. And so I apologize. I know I'm supposed to be looking right at the camera talking to you folks, but I'm also looking at the TV over there as I'm watching and giving my observations. I apologize. I'm not looking straight at the camera, and I do look at my monitor here. Um, 62-56 is the score right now. Just like that, OKC went back up by 6. And Indiana, again, they got to calm down here and look, another 3 that went in. Oh my God, 65-56. They're already back up by 9. Um, Timeout by Indiana. So they're up by 9. That's not a good sign. I mean, I think, again, the pressure's there on Indiana. It's only because they're on the road. They're in Oklahoma right now playing, and that crowd is fired up. Rightfully so. They have a look. I think Indiana and both Indiana and Oklahoma City, they have a great fan base. Both sides do, um, and so their fans are, and it's tough to play in an opposing team's home base with those fans. And when things are going well for that fan base is going to be really loud. So I know just all the yelling, the cheers that are happening. It's hard for um, the away team like Indiana to hear each other and actually concentrate and focus. But hey, these are the things they need to understand: is that you can't let the game get out of their hands. They just can't do that. They have to have. They got to shoot the ball proper. They can't keep going for the threes and missing them. Um, just willy nilly throw it up. You got to go in. You got to drive, create the fouls, get on the foul line, and slow it down and get the crowd to quiet down. Once a foul gets called or a bucket goes in, the crowd will calm down and they'll quiet down completely, and that's what you want, and that's when their focus goes in. So it's important for them. They're gonna have to 9. They're down by 9. Now they're gonna get the ball here coming up. They got to get something in. Rather, they get a foul, get 2 points or 3, or get the shot in, and then they got to play some hard defense and get a turnover. They've done, 3-3 here, but Indiana in Oklahoma City, they've done good stuff there to turn things around. I mean, game 1 they stole that game. Indiana did at the end, but hey, they were down by a lot, and they were able to steal that game at the end. So it's doable. It's doable for Indiana. Don't get me wrong; they could do it. They just got to focus and get with the program to get this down. Yeah. So as we're still at a commercial break here. We'll talk about other things basically. So I hope everybody's doing well. This is the 4th episode for the Inder Bains show. I will have another episode coming out later this week. Just to give you a heads up, I will have a guest on. So far, it's still in the calendar. Um, we'll have, uh, I'll mention his name, Dr. Manjeet Singh, who's also my brother. Uh, you know, I've known him. I think it was one of the. I think I was the first one that he knew of when he was a young kid when he came from India to America back in '96, maybe '97. Um, and we've been friends ever since, more brothers than anything. Um, so he'll be on this week, and that's gonna be a fun show, folks. Um, I'm so excited to talk. We're gonna be talking about a couple things. We'll talk about a lot of the medical stuff as well. All right, so I'm looking at this. I apologize again. The game just started back up, and like I said, I didn't watch the first half, so I don't really know what was going on. But there's a stat here. There's a status up here. Tyrese Haliburton is not going to come back into the game. Will not return. It says. So I guess he has obviously he has some sort of injury, which I was not aware of. That actually kind of makes sense to that kind of now kind of makes sense to me. Only reason because Tyrese was doing a lot of steals, playing that aggressive defense I was talking about. That was really coming from him, and I wasn't. I was looking to see if he was in the game, and I didn't see him. Now it kind of makes sense as to why where Tyrese was. I thought he might have been on the bench, resting, trying to come in later. But looks like he's actually out of the game, unfortunately for Indiana. That's a big loss. That's a huge loss for them, because in the other matches, the other series, it was Tyrese who stole those games. Game one against Oklahoma, New York, he did it against the Knicks, he did it against Cleveland, right? So Tyrese, uh, ju- just a big loss, and to his credit, it wasn't just stealing the games at the last second and getting that shot and winning. It's also his other attributes of his game on defense. Played strong defense. You watch him. He was always in the middle to steal the basketball from the opposing team. And he brought a lot of hype to Indiana. So just watching this with 4 minutes and 48 seconds ago, it's 62-69 Oklahoma. And actually, two just went down for Indiana, so it's 64-69. They're back down by five. But Tyrese had a lot to do um, with Indiana's success to get here. Not to take away anything away from the other players on Indiana, but the defense is what I stress about the most, and I keep repeating myself, is that the defense he plays he contested the defense. He plays strong defense against not just Oklahoma, but the other teams in New York and Cleveland. So that's big. That's always big for me. That's what I liked. I actually enjoyed watching Indiana to come to the success that they got to this year so far, and so I might be a little more biased that I want to see Indiana win over Oklahoma City. But it's not going to hurt me either way. If even if Oklahoma City wins this tonight, I'll be proud for either team, because both cities. I don't think I know Oklahoma City's never won um, a championship, and I'm just trying to think back if Seattle's ever won, because Oklahoma City came from the Seattle Supersonics. Um, I'm just trying to remember. I know during the Chicago era back in the '90s, when Seattle had Sean Kemp and Gary Payton, um, the two um, the 2 years that they versed Chicago in the finals. Obviously, Jordan and Scotty and them had won those series against Seattle. I don't think I'm just starting to think of Seattle back in the '70s or '80s if they ever won. I don't think they did. So for Oklahoma City, this will be if they win tonight. This will be the first victory, and I also think for Indiana, this might be the first. If they win tonight, this will be the first championship. So either way, my point, what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to be happy for either team. It'll be a new team, both obviously new teams that are involved with the finals, which I was already excited about, and good teams, really legit teams. And it'll be a new team to win the championship, which will be, I think, is great. I personally think it's great for the league, um, especially how aggressive these two teams are playing um, on defense. 70-66 with 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's T.J. McConnell. I love that guy, T.J. McConnell, and the sole reason I love this guy is because of he was a Sixer. He was a Philadelphia 76er, and I know in Philly and Philly sports shows, talk shows, um, when one of your players that were doing well here ended up leaving here in Philadelphia and had more success in other cities for other teams, we tend to not like that happening because we wish it happened here. I'm kind of different in that sense, and I'm sure there's plenty of me like this. I am different in that sense that I'm actually happy that McConnell's actually having, and other players have had success leaving here. 75-66, Oklahoma City, 9-point game with 2 minutes and I think it was 22 seconds to go. Um, but yeah, TJ McConnell, um, again, yeah, I'm just happy for the guy to be in the finals. I just think that's I always look at that's like still one of my guys, even though he's not wearing our jersey. At least he's out there. He's in the finals wearing another jersey. It's fine. Wow. They're showing a stat here 28 points for the Thunder, 18 points for the Pacers in this third quarter. Oh, boy. Again, it sucks that the Indiana's playing on the road with a fan base like Oklahoma City. It is tough mentally, and all the noise that's coming around from the crowd. It is hard. I know you guys can't hear it, but I'm listening to it, and wow, and I don't have the volume up even that high, but I can hear it. Like wow, that is you could hear the audience there. Yeah, damn, 8 turnovers by Indiana. They just called a 5 second turnover. Boy, this is gonna get tough here for this team. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to I they're gonna have to really get back into this somehow. And again, like I said, they can. If anyone could do it, it's Indiana. They've done it in the past in this entire playoffs. They've done it from different games. There should be no other to them. Timeout being called with 1 minute 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Um, 77-66 is the score, so it's an 11-point game. They're saying it's the largest lead for the Thunder with 11. And in this series, it really didn't blow up as much um, between these two teams. And the other, when Oklahoma played other teams early in the playoffs, and same with Indiana, I mean there was a big difference in some of the matches, the point differential, the score differences. This series has been pretty close, and um, and remember though, in Game Four, it looked like both teams were burnt out. First half it looked like Oklahoma City was done with it. They couldn't. They were just really burnt out overall. And then that second half of the fourth quarter, you know, um, Indiana slowed down, and then they allowed for um, Oklahoma to get back into that game, and eventually they took that game. Should have been Indiana's game, but hey, it happens. Can't do nothing about it, and that's just part of the game, I guess. That's the part of the plan. All right, so here we go. We're back to the game. Just turned back on. Wow, McConnell with the ball takes a jump shot, goes in, perfect. 77-68. All right, now they got to take their time. Just take their time. Look at Oklahoma. They're taking their time bringing this ball up. They really are. They because it's obviously they have the control right now. Indiana just got to get a turnover. No turnover. Jump shot goes in, 79-68. It's not a problem. So that's not a problem. They just keep going. Let's keep going. Now McConnell's taking it all the way. Here's where I disagree with McConnell. It's 17 seconds left on the shot clock. He already took it up all the way and got fouled, which is fine. That works. But again, what I was saying earlier is that take your time, bring the ball up, stay calm, stay collected, and look for your shot. Look for the player to have that shot, whether it's a jump shot, whether it's a layup, a dunk, or a 3 point. But look for that shot, and then, oh my God, what is going on? Rick Carlisle's pretty pissed. I'm not sure what it might be. Trying to see if I can hear it, but I haven't heard the ESPN guy say anything yet as to why he was pissed. But he was pissed about something. Again, so they missed a shot here. They took a three and missed it. All right, and Oklahoma City just missed their shot. Again, what I'm saying is take your time, let the shot clock play. You still have the whole fourth quarter to go through to get back. Missed a easy layup there. Well, it was a challenge layup. I shouldn't say it was easy. It was challenged. Not bad. All right, so it looks like timeout's been taken by Oklahoma City with 35 seconds left in the game. But yeah, so what I was saying is that Indiana McConnell had just taken that ball up right away and blew 7 seconds and took it close to to the paint and then got fouled right there. Fine, that works in that sense. If somebody does foul you, so you get them in foul trouble, I'm okay with that part. But right now at this time, because the way the game is going, that works. But then again, the way the game is going, I'm also reserved on the fact that take your time, bring the ball up, pass the ball around, find that shot. Rather, it's a quick jump shot, and that's what I'd be going for right now. Is look for a layup, look for a jump shot, an easy jump shot, or that passing lane where you could get a ball and dunk it in. That's the stuff I'm looking for. I'm not sure with Coach Carlisle. I mean, hey, look, Coach Carlisle's been in the league forever. I'm sitting here with you guys on this side. I'm not in the NBA. I'm not playing. So obviously they know more than I do. They know better, I guess. But these are my observations um, as to the way I played the game in the past and the way I have seen the game played in the past. And you know, you could come out and say that, well, Ender, guess what, bud? You're old, and the past is the past, and this is a new way of doing things. And you could be right, but right now, Oklahoma City just got another deuce, 81-68. They're up. So, and we got 19 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Martis tied up, they're saying, which he was. There you go, Siakam with a jump shot blocked. Didn't get it. So 1 second, throw it up the ball. No go. All right, so the third quarter just came to an end. 81-68, and Oklahoma City, look at their faces. I'm talking about the players, they are happy. There's smiles on their face because they know this is the last quarter and they're up 81-68, 13 point game. So, they know where they're at. Man, So yeah, we're setting a commercial break now. As All right, guys. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can hear the commercials. I don't know. But anyway, let's just start talking over here while we're waiting. We're at a break. So I was saying to you guys, Dr. Manjeet Singh, my brother, he'll be on this week. We'll go live together. It's gonna be. I think I'm gonna have fun with that episode. It's gonna be. Um, and we'll talk about um, get his opinion on things that are going on in with medical stuff like that, medicine. And we'll talk a lot about his lifestyle, work, and everything, and all those things. We're friends, we're brothers. So for me, anything can happen, anything can go. It'll be fun to watch. It'll be fun to listen to, and I'm gonna have fun talking to him about whatever we decide, whatever road we go upon. Um, so that'll be this week. So I'm sorry, I'm just still looking over here with everything else is going on. They're just showing the highlights right now, as ABC is just showing the highlights. They're getting back into the fourth quarter. Looks to be starting up soon. Um, right now, like I mentioned, if anyone can do it, it's this team that could do it. Um, to come back, this Indiana Pacers team, they can do it. Let's see what is going on with Hallenberg. What might have happened to him? Because he had 7 points. It looks like, I'm reading the stats real quick on him. At 7 points, I looks like he had a lower leg injury. I don't know what that entails too. Is that his hamstring? Or what? I'm just gonna. Hey, I'm my own producer. I gotta do my own work over here. I don't have anyone else producing with me who could throw things at me. Some as others have. Let's see here. They're saying that with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in the period, after catching a pass from Obi Toppin, um, Hallenberg tumbled to the floor with a non-contact injury. Ooh. Immediately slapped the floor in pain and discomfort, expressing obvious emotion and frustration. After the trainer spent several minutes tending to him, eventually helped off. Halbert was helped off and sent to the locker room. Oh man, it might be not his hamstring. It's probably his calf. They're saying, and he had a right calf injury in the previous game, game 5, and he did play through game 6. But if you were watching that game, he was icing that in game 6 a lot. Um, when they were at home in Indiana. All right, so the fourth quarter has started um, with Oklahoma City having the ball, 81-68. There's a three by SGA, and it goes through 84-68. Oh, wow. So the league's MVP, 25 points right now in this game. Man, it. So there was a out of bounds call. Originally, it was called against Oklahoma City. Looks like originally it was called on Oklahoma City that they had blocked the shot and it went out of bounds on Oklahoma. but it looks like it was Nesmith taking a 3-pointer, and it looks like actually the ball slipped when Nesmith went to go shoot the ball. It looks like the ball slipped down and just hit his hand. Nobody touched it from Oklahoma, Holmgren or anyone, and they called it on Oklahoma. Now they think they well now this went to a commercial break. I guess it's going to be under review. Um, but you can see this ball. It's another turnover for the Indiana Pacers. Sorry, breathing too hard and just sighing like that. I didn't expect this game. It was a tight game in the halftime um, between the two. First quarter, Oklahoma was up 25-22. Second quarter, 26-22, where it was 48-49. Or, sorry, 48-47. And since third quarter, Oklahoma City had 34 points versus Indiana Pacers with 20 points. What's been a close game, that third quarter opened it up one sided, and now it's 84-68. So it's tough there to see this game the way it's going so far. And hopefully, I'm hoping, I'm really hoping it turns around. And when we get to the close, with a minute to go in the fourth, I'm hoping, I'm praying that it'll be a tight game. It'll be, maybe on the last shot or something, maybe a little more, make it a little more dramatic and a little more exciting. Um, I'm hoping for that. If not, ugh, I fall asleep here. I apologize. So, folks, just listening in, thank you for tuning in. This is our fifth episode. I'll be uploading. We had 4 episodes already out there. Some I've seen on YouTube. A lot of people there's people watching. Not a lot, but there's people watching it, and I'm thanking each one of you guys who are spending um, the 45 minutes or 1 hour, however long the show is, that have watched um, the episode. So I thank you all. Just give me feedback, on what you guys think of some of the things I have to say. It's always good to hear. Um, it's always good to hear in comments and stuff to see, of the subjects I've talked about and what other people's opinions are and stuff like that. All right, so here we are. We're coming back into the game. Here's they're showing Tyrese now, the injury that he had. Oh wow! Oh man! Oh, I didn't see that at all. Just till now. Oh my god! Yeah, that's all he was doing was just trying to drive on SGA, and as soon as he made his first move, whatever it was, it popped. It looked like, and he was in agonizing pain. Unfortunately, unfortunate for the Pacers. Unfortunate for the series. You don't want to, as much as you know you want to do really good against your opponents, you don't want an injury to occur. You don't, and the good teams, the good players, they don't want any injuries to happen. They want the best of the best show up, and the best of the best show up to really prove that victory. So it's unfortunate for Indiana to lose Haliburton like this. I mean, they could still pull it back, but they could still come back in this game. They just got to find somebody to bring them back. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be Nesmith. 22 points in 22 minutes, 3 points. Aaron Nesmith. That's not going to cut it out, bud. I'm sorry for that. I don't need to say much. You got to find a way to turn that up. I mean, he could turn it down right now in the fourth quarter. Still 10 minutes to go in this fourth. And he could turn. Yeah, just it takes one or two shots to find the fire. Got to get comfortable though. Got to get comfortable. Got to know where your sweet spot is. Now, right now, it's only Siakam and McConnell that are really trying to gel everything together. McConnell is running all over, trying to make noise, trying to get. Um, la- McConnell's the only one to score since the third quarter with 8 minutes and 32 seconds. My God. So it's only McConnell. What I was saying, McConnell's the only one that's going aggressive all over, attacking, but no one else right now. This is my problem. You got to find somebody else. Now here goes Siakam, but Naismith again, another 3-point shot that now was just blocked. Pascal got it, tried to get it in, but no. Back on defense. 84-68, 9 minutes and 25 seconds to go. And Oklahoma, the fans are on their feet the entire time. Man. 86-68, up by 18. My God. Wow. Another block. Another block. All right, so now I'm just getting relaxed now. I'm just going to sit back and relax now. As I'm watching this game, chatting with you folks. This game is 8 minutes and 33 seconds ago. Up by 21. No, well, it's some might say it's a little early with 8 minutes 27 seconds ago. Um, they're that we're calling. I'm going to call a little early, and here's why I'm going to call a little early. That this game's over, pretty much, is because when you're watching, I'm watching this game, the momentum, the crowd, everything right now is in Oklahoma City's favor. They're just on fire at this point. They're blocking. They're doing the right. They're doing the right things on defense at this point that they need to win this game. They're doing the right things. Um, Unfortunately for um, Indiana, there's only McConnell, and I keep bringing his name up. It's because he has the ball and he's running, he's pushing. I'm telling you, he's a little. I'm thinking he's a little aggressive, but no one else is doing anything. So poor T.J. McConnell, he has to do everything right now, just because he's trying to win the game. Pascal Siakam, he's the only other player that seems like trying to get in. I mean, look, he's a big guy, Pascal. He's playing near the rim. He has to play around that rim to look for the rebounds and stuff. Um, but the other players are not stepping up, unfortunately, and too many jump shot, too many missed shots, going for the threes. Um, Not worth it. Just Naismith. We just talked about this. He just shot a ball up. It slipped out of his hands. A turnover. Then next position, he goes for a three again. It gets blocked. Pascal gets it. Tries to get a layup in. Unfortunately for him, it didn't go through. Got tipped. Um, Naismith should not be looking to go for the threes, and this is my problem with the league, is that they've made it to just go for the threes. It's like in the brain. It's like jammed in. Just go for the threes. Who cares? And get back on defense. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. You're gonna win. You're gonna have to struggle a little bit. You're gonna have to fight it back and not just look for the threes. Get the jump shots. I apologize for yawning there. But I said, hey, if this game's not exciting, I'll probably I'll sleep a little early here. But anyway, so um, this is not the way I was expecting this game to go. Unfortunately, I was hoping that it would be exciting, a little more dramatic. I apologize. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn the volume down here and let the game come back up. And looks like, yeah, Oklahoma City on fire right now, and rightfully so. Congrats to them if they're gonna win the game, which it looks like so far. It's their game in their hands because Oklahoma City is they are on offense. They're doing everything on defense right now. Look, 19-2 run since 3 minutes and 53 seconds in the third quarter. Oklahoma City is. Well, another turnover. Miles Turner moving screen. They just got the ball. They just came off the timeout. Rick Carlisle just called the timeout, drew up a play, got them to calm down. What's the first move they did? A turnover, a moving screen. Good job. Come on, guys. Be smart. Be smarter than that. Come on. You just these simple, easy mistakes that you can prevent from happening. Yeah. 7 minutes and 50 seconds ago, Oklahoma has the ball. 89-68. Here's another three. Didn't go in. Holmgren with the rebound, the offensive rebound. Ball doesn't go in, but gets fouled upon. So he'll be looks like he's going. Yeah, he's going on the line for 2 points. Uh, wow. Chet Holmgren, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks. It's 1 of 2 right now. Oh, the draft is up on Wednesday, 8 o'clock on ESPN. Okay. Round two's on Thursday on ESPN at the same time, 8 o'clock. What are the Sixers going to do? That's my question. Oh, other news. Sorry. While this is going on, I forgot, and you guys probably already heard it. Kevin Durant. Remember we were talking about this? Everybody was talking about he has three spots he's looking forward to going to. Miami, Oklahoma. Sorry, Miami, Houston, or San Antonio. Well, looks like he got traded this afternoon to the Rockets. Um, so Kevin Durant is a Houston Rocket now. Um, so I forgot that that the Rockets, and I apologize. They have Van Fleet from the Raptors team, uh, who I give a lot of respect to that guy. He's also he knows how to grind it out. So that team's actually not bad. I didn't think about it too much until I saw the starting lineup earlier today. When I saw, I think on Facebook somebody had it up. I know Adam Schefter had it up on his page, and then throughout the day people were talking about it. And I saw the lineup, which I completely forgot about. Houston's actually not a bad team, and now with Kevin Durant joining down there, that's going to be another good team to watch. I don't know how much success they're going to have. I don't know. I apologize. I'm yawning here. Yeah, it's a little late today for me. I had a tired day. Last night I was out late with friends. Um, this morning I took my wife out, my kid. It was hot today, really hot. One of the hottest days we've had so far. Thank God it's getting hot up here in Philly. It's been cold. It's been raining. It's ridiculous what was going on with this weather. Now all of a sudden we got like a heat advisory for the next couple of days as to how hot it is. Last week it was raining and it was cold. This weather has been nuts. Um, I don't know in what other parts of the country or the world, but this area, this Mid Atlantic area with Pennsylvania, this eastern end of Pennsylvania, Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, New York. This weather's been nuts. But yeah, um, yeah. But I was saying, I saw Kevin Durant's thing. Again, I don't know how well, how far they're gonna go. The Rockets. I know when Durant and it was Devin Booker, they uh they went pretty far. They were contenders and everything, with but they added Bradley Beal down there, and that wasn't any success at all. Nothing against Bradley Beal or anything, nothing personal, but I wasn't really a big Bradley Beal fan. Um, I know he has some success in Washington, um, but I personally didn't think he was a player of that caliber to bring the team to the next level. And I didn't think about that as Paul George, as we still, Philadelphia has him right now. I personally did think that PG um, was a person that we should trade for last year and bring him on. I wasn't about that, and so I don't know how well Houston's going to be, how well they're going to do getting to the playoffs and everything, and so we'll see. It's a 82 game season, so I probably won't start looking at that stuff until February, January. No, sorry, February, March maybe. I'll start looking at that stuff. Um, I'm looking more at Philadelphia. I don't know what Sixers are going to do, to be honest with you. Man, Sixers can't really say much. It's just a joke. You want to stay positive, right? You really want to stay positive for your home teams, the ones you care for. But it's hard. And the reason why it's hard is because it's been so long. We got, the process. We were going through this process the entire time um, with getting draft picks and picking these players up. We had Okafor, we got Embiid, obviously, but we had other players coming in, and Nerlens Noel for one. Then Ben Simmons, right, our favorite, and it just seemed like, man, like we were almost there when Ben Simmons and Joel were together, and then we traded with Minnesota to get Jimmy Butler. I think what turned it off was when we didn't re-sign Butler. We got him in the trade, and we lost Game 7 to Toronto, who then went on to win the NBA Finals against Golden State. And I think that was the last time Kevin Durant was there. But so we didn't re-sign Jimmy Butler to a max contract, but we gave it to um, I'm sorry, but we gave it over, and we let Jimmy leave and um, go on to Miami, and he did pretty well there. So I was Tobias Harris. I'm sorry. we signed Tobias Harris, and I apologize. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember everybody, um, especially with the concussion I had a couple of months ago. I still have some memory loss I'm dealing with. But we signed Tobias Harris, and nothing against Tobias. I like Tobias. I'll be honest with you. I do like him, but not at the contract that he received, the max contract he received from the Sixers. I didn't mind him being on the Sixers. Um, he did some good. He did good here, but I don't think for the money that he was given, he was worth that at that value. Um, Jimmy Butler definitely was, and just because Butler spoke his mind is because he cared. He cared about winning. He just cared about winning. Doesn't matter where he was, and he knew he was in a good spot, and he had Embiid. He knew he could train up Embiid and get him to be more aggressive and bring it out. I mean, we watched it. We watched it, but I guess the coach at the time and the front office, I guess, because Ben Simmons cried that that Jimmy was aggressive, too aggressive for him, that that we couldn't that he wasn't right for Philadelphia, or he wasn't right for Ben Simmons, because hey, Jimmy was calling out Ben Simmons too. He was calling him out because he was messing up on plays. He wasn't taking the shots that he should be taking um, out there. He was, I think, and personally, I think Jimmy was um, trying to get him to find himself to be the top elite player because um, Ben Simmons had great. He was great on defense, great on assisting, right? Did a lot good, but when it came to offense, my God, he really fell apart there. And I think the coach, Brett Brown, that front office, they went over. They took Ben Simmons' advice because he was being called the next LeBron of the league, just the way his wingspan was and the way he could dominate on defense and do things. But it was that offense; it was pretty bad. I mean, and then he fell apart completely. And since, unfortunately for the Sixers, and they were never able to pick up on anything and never find anyone. But we have Tyrese Maxey. Thank God we were able to get him as drafted him um, because that guy's been a blessing. That guy's truly been a blessing. He flies. He runs up and down the court. He plays defense. He plays offense. He doesn't care, and he's getting better. He gets better each game, and he's gotten better every season. And he's been practicing hard just because he wants to make himself better. So Maxi, he's beloved by this city. Everybody loves that guy. Um, and listen, folks, we still love Joel too, but there's just been things in question with him as of late because Embiid last year when the season ended, um, played for the U.S. team. He was, but at the time there's question about shouldn't he be resting for the upcoming season, and shouldn't he be getting ready for that season instead of playing for the USA team? But he had the opportunity came for him, and he did what he had to do, right? For it's always it's an honor. Like it is a privilege and it's an honor to get to be playing for the U.S. for the for the world team and to represent the nation against other teams in the world. Which they did, and Embiid I think did play. I know he played like a couple of games. I don't know if he played all of it, but there was Coach Kerr had him playing. But and then come this season, the guy gets injured. You love Joel. You want to love Joel. You do. But man, the injuries. It's so like convenient for the injuries to show up now for him. So with this latest injury that he has, that he's supposed to get they're supposed to. I don't think they've done anything yet. You know what? I haven't heard anything if they did anything with this. Did they do the surgery yet or not? They were talking about breaking a. They were gonna try to somehow break his hip a little bit and realign it and see if that happens. If that was probably the best route, but that would take him all this upcoming year to recover. So this 2025 2026 season would be a wash anyway. So not sure there. Um, a lot of people on the radio, my show, my radio is WIP. They're calling, and they must have retired at that point, which I understand. But it's again, what is Daryl Morey? What are they going to do? Who are they going to bring? And so, like I said, Wednesday's the draft. It'll be interesting with the Sixers with the third pick they'll have in the draft. What they end up doing there, who they who are they going to go select, or are they going to move the draft, or are they going to move their pick around? Um, we'll see, but it'll be interesting. So right now in the fourth quarter, 4 minutes 11 seconds ago, Oklahoma City is not with 93 points, and Indiana has 79 points. So they brought it down to a 14-point game so far. And Indiana is looks like now they're starting to hustle and they're trying. As we're chatting over here, as I'm chatting with you folks about Philly, but SGA just got called with the foul. The Thunder's coaches challenge. So plays under the review. Looks like they're trying to say he traveled or walked or something. I'm not sure. I'm here chatting with you folks. I'm kind of I'm just watching from a distance right now, just because of the way the game. Oh, that's actually a foul there. SGA put his shoulder in his rib. That's a foul. That's no way. That's not a foul. Yeah, that's a foul. He pushed him away while he was in the air. So yeah, this is a foul here. So they're gonna go. That's Benedict Matherin who got fouled by SGA. So let's see. That's fine. And yeah, so don't know what the Sixers are going to end up doing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll listen to the referees. The referee coming back talking about what he just reviewed. So yeah, it is like I said. What the replay showed, it is a foul. Um, double zero is going to go on at the foul line. Now he has to score here. In Benedict Matherin has to score here. I don't know what his stats are overall, but I know the one game I was watching him, and that was a game four where Oklahoma City was able to come back and win that game. He missed key foul throws towards the end of the game. Right now, he just made one of two. He made the first one. Now coming up with the second one, but he did miss a couple of them in that game, and that kind of they let that get away from them. Indiana did. So 2 for 2, 93-81. Still not bad of a game. 12 points, 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Still a lot of time for Indiana to fight their way back. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Um, this will be interesting. Anyway, so talking about Philadelphia here, while they're in a timeout here. Um, Philadelphia, the Sixers. I don't know. It's tough. It really is. Ever since Allen Iverson and that team that with Coach Brown, it's been tough in Philadelphia when you're a Sixers fan. We haven't had the success. We've seen glimpses of it, but really nothing serious. After Allen Iverson had left, he got traded. He went to Denver. The other AI was our guy, Andre Iguodala. They signed him to the max deal, and he was supposed to be the player. Unfortunately, that never happened. The one series that was um, astounding, more was a series against Chicago Bulls. What was that, back in 2012, I believe, where Derrick Rose unfortunately had tore his ACL in that match, and the Sixers were able to beat the Bulls and advance to the second round. That was big to us at that time. But again, then nothing happened after that. Then um, they went down, and they started to lose on purpose and stuff like that, and get these draft picks. All right, so the game's back on, 93-81. Wow, almost lost his ball. Okay, get it back. McConnell inside, try to. Well, lost the ball inside. Is that a jump ball? I'm not sure what they just called. 3 minutes, 33 seconds to go. What is this? Is that a timeout or is it a jump ball? Or is it a foul? McConnell drove in, stopped, tried to get somebody open, lost the ball. Benedict jumped on the ball, and he had the ball under him. Did they get a jump ball? Yep, it is a jump ball. I thought so. Yeah, seemed like it. Okay, Holmgren against Benedict, and he gets Oklahoma gets a tip basically. Okay, 3 minutes 20 seconds to go. Still a 12-point game. McConnell is on SGA. Let's see. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Takes a shot. Nope, misses shot. Okay. Now McConnell has to go. Lost the ball again. Uh, you know, poked from behind. That's unfortunate. 3 minutes in the game left. Again, you're going to have to play some strong defense. Try to get the rebound. All right. So Oklahoma shot for a three. Didn't go. Holmgren got the rebound, and they foul. Indiana ended up fouling him right away, grabbing his arm. Uh, tough, 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 tough. They didn't want to see the game to go this way. We'll love to see a close game, but well, Holmgren just missed that first free throw. I don't know. Still a 12-point game. 2 minutes 47 seconds ago. If he misses this shot, um, Could happen. It's got to find that spark. It's got to find that spark there. Let's see. All right, 1 for 2, 94, 81, 13-point game. Let's see. Let's see what comes up. Siakam is, man, they're all over Siakam today. Oh, 3. 10-point game. Oh, they left Holmgren wide open. They shouldn't have done that. Back up to 12. All right, come on. 2 minutes, 20 seconds ago. They could find it again. Oh, 10-point game. All right, 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Now you have to push no matter what happens. Now you don't play with the time. Now everything has to be aggressive for Indiana to get back into this. The 10-point game. Full pressure, full court pressure on defense. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm a little quiet here because I'm just carefully watching. So a foul was called. Nesmith, who only had 3 points, has fouled out. 25, 26 minutes he played in this game tonight. Oh, he kicked the shit out of the chair. Good job there, bud. Maybe you should really hit a couple of shots there instead of taking threes all day. And get inside in the lane. At 30 minutes, he played 33 points, only 1 for 5 from the field goal. $97.86. SGA just hit the first of the two. He's going for number 2 now. Let's see. 2 for 2 for SGA on that one. 98-86, 12-point game, 1 minute, 47 seconds ago. Now you just got to throw something. Now this is where you just start shooting. Find a shot and really shoot. Foul was called on Caruso. And it's free throws going, I guess. I guess they're over the limit. Yeah. And Caruso's a good player. He did great with the Lakers. And he's been doing great here with the Thunder. So the first field goal shot was missed as he's going for number 2 here, in Nembhard. So 1 for 2 for Nembhard. 98-87. One minute 31 seconds ago. Another foul called. Tough. Are they over the limit too? Indiana? Looks like they are. 1 minute 26 seconds ago. But the only thing that comes out of this is that the clock gets stopped. I mean, but Oklahoma City is on the line to score. They got two free throws coming up. Yeah. Wow. 99-87. Oh, there was that slight chance that they would have looked like they would have turned it, and they could have turned it around just a little bit there. But if anything, I said that Indiana could do it, but unfortunately, with such a difference in the points and the time left, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. McConnell has gone to the bench. I'm not sure as to why they took him out. Because he was beneficial to them on offense. So not sure what happened there. What the strategy is. Man, 22 turnovers for Indiana versus 7 for Oklahoma. I mean, that ain't helping anyone. Yeah. Game over. 1 minute, 4 seconds. 187. We'll let it run down, see what the final score is. But you guys heard my opinions on this game and the way it should have, especially just watching the second half with you folks. Again, I didn't watch that first half at all, so I didn't know what was going on in the first half. But what actually had transpired, except for the halftime score, I only knew about. But the second half, I've been watching with you guys, um, and I've shared my opinions, my thoughts of, you know, what I believe Indiana should have been doing to come back and win this game, to bring it back. And even for Oklahoma, but Oklahoma City's doing their thing. They're just winning it right now. 101 87, 55 seconds to go. All right, so they're going to go ahead. Indiana's going to give one more try to get them on the foul, try to steal the ball. Hopefully, they're going to try it, but we know this scenario is tough sometimes. They're just Oklahoma City's just passing the ball around right now. They got 7 left on the shot clock, and they're going to take their time. Here's a open three, air ball miss, but there's a foul. You got to be kidding me! A loose ball foul, and Holmgren fell down. All right, game. That's obviously 32 seconds left. 101 87. I guess Chet Holmgren is going to the line, and Oklahoma is starting to celebrate. The players are starting to celebrate. Here comes the reserves to finish up the game for the starters. Here they all come. The the crowd is giving. They're applauding everyone, and Rick Carlisle is also now pulling some of his troops out too. And game is over. It's about Holmgren's the only one that didn't get to go out because he was on the free throw line. 103-87. So yeah, this is again, this was a great series to watch. It went back and forth. Very excited. I was, like I said, this was two teams that are mid-market teams that got into the playoffs, to the finals. Um, it'll be interesting next season to see how the NBA shifts. Kevin Durant, like I mentioned, that was reported earlier today that he signed with the Houston Rockets. Uh, there's a lot of chit chatter going on with Giannis if he's going to move somewhere. Chit chat obviously with LeBron. What's going to happen there? Golden State Warriors. I'm not sure what the details were in the contract. When Jimmy Butler got traded, I don't know if they extended him. I think they did extend him actually. So you have in Golden State, you still have Butler, you have Draymond Green, Steph Curry. Let's see who they also add in. I'm over there to try to run it back and try to get back to the finals. Um, but we'll see, and we'll see how well Houston does how well, and let's see San Antonio, with Wembley, see how well they do. That'll be interesting to watch them. So the Western Conference has been packed for a long time, actually. Top players have been out there. The Eastern has been a little where you don't have top players. I mean, you have great players, but Western has always been packed. So the Eastern and we'll see. Oh, I forgot Dallas. With Kyrie and well, Luka's gone from there, but Dallas got the top pick, so they'll be going in the draft on Wednesday. Let's see who they grab. Um, this in this draft. But on the Eastern end, we'll see. Obviously, we have Indiana who played tremendously. You know, in this series and all during the playoffs. You know, I see the guys, the Pacers are very emotional right now, covering their faces as they're going back into the locker room. Um, Rightfully so, they should be. Um, it's a lot. They sacrifice a lot, and it's just sad that it just came up that short for them in this Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Um, they were right there. I mean, what a magical run for both teams, but really for the Indiana Pacers, for the things they were able to pull, the highlights they made. I mean, the buzz. They really, again, nothing against Oklahoma. They are the 2025 NBA champions, um, and it's their first title. So credit to goes to them for winning it all and toughening up and really grinding it out when they needed to. But Indiana, they really caused the buzz with their last minute plays, stealing the games at the last shot. I mean, they did a lot. So you know, so that's so nothing to take away from Indiana. They had a great season. But yeah, that being said, the Eastern Conference, you have Indiana, you got Boston. They were there. They won last year. The Celtics. Um, so you have to worry about them. Oh, there's Hallenberg, man. I'm sorry. I see him, this hoodie on, uh, giving high fives to his team as his players are coming back into the locker room. He's on crutches. Oh, man. They didn't show his face, but wow. Man. Very emotional right now for Indiana, for these players. Very emotional. Man, McConnell's coming back. Oh, Reggie Miller's back there. The legend trying to cheer this Pacers team on and you know, consoling them. It's okay. It's all right. Hey, I feel for them. Like I said, it might be a biased opinion, um, but I was rooting. I was rooting for both, but I was really on the Indiana side just because, just the buzz they brought on, the magic they had this season was great to watch. Just unfortunate the way the season ended up, the way this Game 7 turned out, especially in this third quarter and the fourth quarter. This unfortunate for the Pacers, they weren't able to rebound um, with Tyrese Haliburton going down. Um, but congrats to the Oklahoma City Thunder, SGA, Caruso, all these other players, these supporting players for Thunder, the youngest team in the NBA. A lot of credit goes to them for being a young team, not having that experience. You had Alex Caruso there, who played great for the Lakers before he came to Oklahoma. Actually, I think he was also in Chicago before he came here. But this was a young team. They deserve it. They definitely deserve it. But a lot of credit to them to being smart, being wise, and just doing. They just did what they had to do to win the game. They were smart about it. They had a great game plan. I apologize, but they definitely had a great game plan to win this game and this series to be the NBA champions of 2025. Wow. So with the NBA, the Eastern Conference, it's going to be tough to see. It's going to be interesting to see. Not tough, but it'll be interesting. Boston, Indiana, and Cleveland. Just trying to go through what I have. New York obviously can't let go of the Knicks. They had a great run, I believe. They had a great run this year, so I think they're definitely going to be back. Um, Again, they just got rid of their coach. I still don't get it. What the heck? Uh, what their owner is thinking about getting rid of the coach that got you back to the playoffs. So, uh, yeah, I don't know what they're going to end up doing right now. Nothing's come out of there from New York of who are they potentially looking at. They did look at a couple, got denied. So who knows? But looking after that, who's really going to be a threat? Miami, I don't think so. Philly, no. That even that hurts to say, but no. Um, so the Eastern end is going to be it's going to be these 3 or 4 teams. That's about it. Let's see what'll come out of that. All right, so the game is over there. I'm going to turn that down, and folks. So this is thank you for jumping in. Um, I just chatting with you guys about the NBA Game 7 finals. I wanted to try something like this to give my observations on Game 7, and you guys heard mine. So if you guys agree, let me know. If you don't agree, let me know as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the way I talk, the way I think about the game, it could be different than what you think. But I would love to hear your opinions on it and see what you thought of Game 7 and what you think how you think the NBA is being played, how the players played in this league. I'm not for this the way they do it. Run, shoot threes left and right, blah blah blah. Take shots everywhere you can. That's like the what was that coach? That was for Phoenix Suns, and then he was the New York Knicks coach, um, Diamante or something. I forget his. I apologize, I forget his name, but I don't like that style. I'm more the old school style. Grind it out, fight it out, and get your shots in, and win it on the hard way, or the tough way, not the hard way, but the tough way. That's how I am. But anyway, that's me, but let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Well, thank you guys for joining in, for listening today. I know this is a long episode. This was the longest episode because this game went long. It always does when it comes down to the last couple of minutes of the game, where you think it says 4 minutes left, but really in reality, it's probably 10 minutes left. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining in. I apologize. I wasn't really looking at the camera. I was looking down at my screen. I was looking at the TV over there. So I wasn't really focused on you guys. I wasn't really focused as much as I should be on the camera as I'm talking to you folks. But I was just trying to get my observations in and also looking at my screen to get the stats, what was actually happening. Because, like I said, I didn't get to watch the first half of this game. I was out and about, and I got in at halftime, and I jumped in right away to jump online and watch the second half with you going live. So let me know. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Look out for the next episode. Manjeet Singh, Manjeet Singh, or we call him Pooney. He'll be on the next episode with me. Like I said, that's gonna be a fun episode to watch. I can't wait. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you.